Hello and welcome to It's All About You, the best show about you on the internet. I am B. Dave Walters, life, relationships, and spiritual coach. This is episode number 53, Fun. I would say silly, but fun sounds a little more interesting. So, I say all the time, you can ask me questions. You send me whatever you want to formspring.me/B. Dave Walters. No www. formspring.me/B. Dave Walters. And while most of the questions that I get are pretty significant things about, relationships or spirituality or, life, but I get a lot of just kind of crazy questions sometimes. Sometimes I answer, but a lot of times I ignore. So, as you know, we've covered a lot of ground together in these 53 episodes. So today, just going to answer some of the, I won't call them silly in case you're the one that asked this, but, some of the more unusual get to know you type questions, because if we can't just be ourselves by now, what have we been doing over these 52 previous episodes, right? So, just some of these random questions that I get. Number one, what's your favorite sport? There's only one sport that I care anything about at all. As you know, I'm really tall. I'm like 6'9" or 2.5 meters, depending which part of the world you're in. So I'm like a big guy. So everybody thinks I like basketball. But to tell you the truth, I really could care less about basketball. I mean, as of this moment, the Lakers are playing in the championship against the Celtics, and I'm like, So, what's my favorite sport? Mixed martial arts. I got 2 black belts. I got a black belt in Kung Fu and Tai Chi. I've studied Kempo, Karate, a bunch of other things. I was a bodyguard for a while. You may not know that, for a rock band, Evanescence. But I've trained in MMA, and I love mixed martial arts. I love all of it. I love the Ultimate Fighting Championship. I love Strike Force. I love Bellator. I loved Pride when it was in Japan. A lot of guys can quote you like baseball stats and football statistics and things like that. I'm like that with MMA. I know that sport inside and out. I love mixed martial arts. Love it, love it, love it. By the way, for my MMA fans out there, Fedor Emelianenko is the greatest fighter of all time. Not just MMA, greatest fighter, period. Then comes Anderson Silva, then George St. Pierre. Okay. What do you think was the greatest invention in your lifetime? Birth control. I'm sorry. It's true. It's true. I haven't read ahead of these questions, by the way. It's just as they come to me, that's the truth. I mean, things like fire and the wheel. Wait, it's in my lifetime. Birth control wasn't invented in my lifetime. Well, let's see then. Even the internet wasn't invented in my lifetime. It actually started in the 60s. A lot of people don't know that. In my lifetime, this camera, the flip camera. Yeah, because it's allowed me to be able to have these conversations with you. So this has been the greatest invention in my lifetime, the flip camera. Which if you don't have one, it's really neat. I don't have the flip Minnow, because it's a little too little. But this thing is cool. Obviously you can't see what it is because I'm recording on it. But I have a flip, Flip video. Yeah, and I have the big one, the 2 hour 8 gigabyte memory one. So flip, it's awesome. That's my plug for flip. What was your worst travel experience? When my wife Charlene and I first started to get serious, I flew up to Canada to meet her parents from Atlanta. And when I fly, for some reason I stay up all night the night before. This might come as a shock that I'm up late. In fact, I'm shooting this one late again. But I stay up the entire night because it's easy for me to stay up, and usually I don't pack to the last minute and I don't want to risk oversleeping, so I stay up. So I get on this plane to go to Canada. I have to look like a zombie because I haven't slept, right? I got these bags under my eyes, it's cold, I'm wearing like this big, frumpy sweatshirt thing. And the hottest French stewardess I have ever met in my life is on this plane. And she's just hitting on me shamelessly. She's coming at me more directly than any woman ever has before. Like, it's something out of a movie. You wouldn't have believed it. And she's like, oh, I come to Atlanta all the time, and I'm so lonely when I am there. She's really trying to get with me, right? And keep in mind, I'm on the way to meet my future wife's parents, right? So I'm just thinking, here's this, dream fantasy taking place, and there's just absolutely nothing I can do about it, right? And when she's like, why are you on the way to Canada and all this stuff, I'm like, I'm going to meet my girlfriend's parents. And she just looks so sad, right? Yeah, that was the worst travel experience ever. Ever. Dozens of times flew as a single man. That didn't happen. First time, I'm going to try and do the right thing. That's what I get. That's proof that God has a sense of humor, by the way. But he made it up to me because on the way there'd been blizzards in Canada, and the temperature rose 50 degrees for the 3 days I was there, because I hate the cold. So I got, the forbidden fruit dangled in my face, and I didn't take it, but in exchange, I got unseasonably warm weather for my first trip to Canada. But that was my worst travel experience. Not because her parents weren't great, because they are, but that whole thing getting there, no fun. What do you, oh, nope, already answered that. If you were stranded on a desert island, which one person would you bring with you? If I was stranded on a desert island, which one person would I bring with me? I think I answered this one in the past, because everybody was like, you should say your wife. No, because I wouldn't want my wife to be trapped on a desert island with me. I think it would probably be Gina Carano, who's a female mixed martial artist, who's really, really pretty and can fight really, really well. And we could just kind of spend the rest of our lives being together and training and stuff. Because I don't care if Gina Carano is stuck on a desert island. I just wouldn't want anybody I actually love stuck on a desert island. Second to that, it could not be a man. I couldn't spend the rest of my life just there with one guy. It would have to be like some really, really smart girl then. So at least we could keep each other like intellectually stimulated. I don't know. Yeah, but only Gina Carano's coming to mind right now. I mean, if it has to be like a real person. If it's like a fictional person, well, I would say Wonder Woman, but she could just fly me off the island. So I guess I better stick to real life. Because even then, Superman could do it. Just take me home. Yeah, thumbs up, Superman. Hey, I told you this is going to be a silly episode. I'm just giving it to you real time, okay? Let's see. Would you rather be really hot or really cold? I'm not going to say the obvious pun here, but some of you that know me already know what I'm thinking. But the answer is definitely really hot. I just hate the cold. I just hate the cold. I'm from Arkansas, man. From like the deep, deep south, where it's over like 100 degrees routinely. So I'm just not equipped. See this? This is God's evolutionary adaptation to heat and being in the sun. I'm tall and thin and black. That makes me well adapted to heat, poorly adapted to the cold. Which, my friends in London, that's why I say I'm coming to London. I know I am at some point, but it will be in the summertime. You can count on that. What did I eat for breakfast today? Coffee, a boiled egg, and 2 donuts. But they were little donuts. And I did it because I was going to work out today, which I did. I was going to work out hard. I do that, by the way. I kind of have this food sabotage thing I do, where it's like, okay, I got this hard workout planned, so I can eat whatever I want before the workout, because, hey, I'm going to work it off, right? And then after I work out, I'm all like, oh, I can have this, bad thing because I already worked out today. So it actually kind of, it's always like a 2-step forward, 1 step back, that I do these like crazy workouts that almost kill me. And then go eat donuts and stuff. But that's okay. Lean it up. In fact, I used to weigh 265 pounds or 120 kilos, but I'm down to like 255 now, which is really, I think I might be the only person in the world that doesn't actually want to lose weight on the scale. But it's burning fat, it's building muscle, so I'll take it. But I actually wish I weighed more. I wish I weighed 300 pounds, believe it or not. I wish I was as big, muscular big, not fat big, as I could possibly be without being slow. Because like I said before, like the whole martial arts thing. But that's actually what I would like. In fact, when I finally have my dream house, I'm going to have a gym there, and that's when I'm really going to hit the weights, and let's just see. So you might be watching episode like, I don't know, 250, and I might be like, welcome to It's All About You, the best show about you on the internet. I can't put my hands together because my chest is too big, but not right now. Alright, let me see. Running out of time for this part. If your house was on fire and you could only grab 3 things, what would they be? My wife, my child, and my laptop. Assuming that they don't mean things. In fact, you know what? Let me go ahead and split this here, and I'm going to come back to this question for my brothers and sisters on YouTube. So watch part 2 so you can still find out way more about me than you thought you wanted to know. Everybody else, stick with me. We're going to keep going.